Welcome to Jazz with Frankye, featuring international and local jazz and blues artists. And here's your host, Frankye Kelly.
The night is young, you and I are free. Baby, come and make sweet love to me. Hello, everybody out there in TV land. Welcome to Jazz with Frankye. My name is Frankye Kelly, and I am your host. We are in a beautiful location in Oakland, in the Temescal district, and this is the 57th Street Gallery. And it is my pleasure today to interview the owner of the 57th Street Gallery, Mr. Floyd Pellom. How are you?
I'm okay.
Welcome to the show.
Glad to have you here.
Yeah, it's my honor to be doing this show here from this wonderful place. You've got so much going on here. You've got music, you've got art, you've got food, you've got everything.
Thank you, thank you.
So where did you get the idea from to do this?
The idea to do this came from a young age, listening to jazz under my father. You know, and I always heard since a little kid, my father used to run with a lot of the musicians. You know, I go to New York back and forth and got to meet all the people in Bop City. And my grandmother and them had cafes. So as a little kid, I was around that scene. And I should go clean up the cafe. So I said, one day I want me a jazz supper club. I always did. You know, so as time went on, going to jazz festivals with my father, I started seeing artists with these paintings. And I was attracted to like saxophones and different musical art pieces. So at a young age, I started collecting them. Then my collection grew, you know, but this is something I always wanted to do. So, you know, I started getting in different art shows with the different artists I started meeting. Then I started meeting different musicians, you know. And so I said, well, I have to find a place to do all this. So, you know, I stepped into it and I started looking around, and this place turns out to be ideal. I mean, the acoustics in here, the sound, the atmosphere, the location.
It's warm. It feels really, really
intimate.
Homey,
Plenty parking. Everybody liked this spot.
Safe.
It's very safe and secure. We walk you to your car when you leave if you want. So, you know, it worked out real. God, you know, had my back. You know, I had a vision to do this. And what I come to find, it was, you know, I didn't know at first, it was so needed in this Bay Area.
Oh gosh, you're doing something, because everything's dried up. You know, the music's gone away. The musicians have had to move away because there's not been any venues. So this is perfect.
When I opened up, you know, they had Yoshi's. Then they'd have a jazz place here. They'd had Anna's open up then too. So as soon as I opened up, you know, my first show, you know, my thing was, you know, put the jazz and the jazz art together. That was my whole vision. And that's what I did from the get-go, but at the beginning I had apples and oranges. Now it's just strictly jazz musical pieces with the jazz. But to say that, my first show, you know, I had a lot of people here, and then I started doing a jazz. You know, I wanted to bring them together. I said the people need to hear this jazz that's being lost, and they need to see this great artwork. So I put them together. And starting off, it was so hard because, you know, I would do it like once a month, a jazz show, and I might get 3 or 4 people, you know, and I have a group like Khalil Shaheed, these great musicians, and I said, they got to, you know, people are missing this, they need to hear this, you know. So that was my thing, you know. So, you know, I started putting postcards everywhere, word of mouth, telling people, and I just stayed at it. And that was like 3.5 years ago.
Oh my,
that I
you've been
opened
open
these
that
doors.
long? Yeah, that's a long time.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, you know, and so in the process of all, I started meeting all these musicians, and come to find out with so many talented musicians from all over the Bay Area.
There really
you know, and they started hearing about a place to come to play, you know, and I loved it that happened here in this Bay Area because, like I said, it was really needed.
It was needed.
It was really needed. So, you know, when I opened it, it became a place for all the fellas and musicians to come and play. We like a family. I met so many of them now.
And we all love you too.
Yeah, you know, they're my friends now. But some of the sets we had here in the jam session that we have every Monday with Calvin Keys, it started with Calvin and Khalil, but he's ill off and on. Then I have Melvin Butts, Glenn
yeah.
Pearson, Leon George. This is all my house band, and all the different other musicians. My bassist,
Hashima.
He's so great.
Hashima Williams, yeah.
Yeah.
He's
So I have
wonderful.
a great house band, but all the musicians that come through this door to come in and play with them. I mean, it's something you have to see. And it's every Monday night we do this jam session from 7 to 11 o'clock, you know, and it'd be packed up in here. I mean,
Yeah,
they
it
come
is.
rain
It really
and shine.
is.
Yeah,
Well,
and I'm so proud of what I've done here and where it's become with all the work I had to do to get it to this. So now
this
it's,
point.
now they're hearing about it and starting to work out.
Yeah.
And people love this place, you know. I love this place. I come in here and listen to myself and relax, and hear some of the best music I've ever heard.
Yeah. Well, you know, we're going to take a little pause to check out your artist
Okay.
who's going to be here, or
Okay.
who's playing for you tonight.
Okay.
And then we'll come back and talk
All
some
right.
more to you. Mr. Floyd Pellom here at the 57th Street Gallery.
My man, he don't love me, treats me awful mean. My man, he don't love me, treats me awful mean. He's the lowest man that I've ever seen. He wears high-waist pants, stripes are awful yellow. He wears those high-waist pants with them yellow stripes, y'all, wearing them way up here. But when he makes love, yeah, he's so fine and mellow. Love will make you drink and gamble, make you stay out all night long. Love will make you drink and gamble, make you stay out all night long. It'll make you do the things I know that you know are wrong. But if you treat me right, baby, I'll stay home every day. Lord, treat me right, baby. I'll stay home every day. But if you don't treat me right, you're gonna run little Frankye away. Love is like a faucet, it turns off and on. Love is like a faucet, it turns off and on. When you think you turned on, baby, it's turned off and gone. Oh, yeah. Yeah, thank y'all. Ain't this a grooving band? Yeah. That's Mr. Glenn. I can't get enough of him, Pearson. Oh! That's Mr. Fritz. Can't get enough of him. Burton. A little bit, Randy. Mr. Ransdell Merritt. My man, he don't love me. You know he treats me awful mean. My man, he don't love me. Treats me awful mean. He's the lowest man, yeah, that I've ever seen. He wears a high-waist pants. Stripes are really yellow. High-waist pants, y'all. With them yellow, dark, high yellow stripes. But when he makes love to me, he's so fine. And the love will make you drink and gamble. Make you stay out all night long. Love will make you drink and to gamble. Make you stay out all night long. Love will make you do the things that you know are wrong. Treat me right, baby. You know I stay home every day. If you treat me right, baby, I'll stay home every day. But I'm gonna tell you, if you don't treat me right, you're gonna run, little Frankie, run me away. Love is like a faucet. It turns off and on. Love is like a faucet, yeah. It turns off and on. When you think you're turned on, baby, it's turned off and gone. Hey, thank you.
We're here at Floyd Pellom's 57th Street Gallery, and he has you've got such a venue here.
Thank you.
You know, it's really a great venue. You have all this art here on the walls, and today for this show, we're featuring Jan B. Bell, Dr. Jan B. Bell's art, and we can talk about that or have her information on the screen at the end of the show. But she's got some really nice stuff here. You have a lot of artists bringing their things into you, huh?
Yes, I love her work though.
And their work nice?
Yes, it's really nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what other plans do you have for 57th Street Gallery in terms of the artists and the musicians?
Well, to keep doing what I'm doing, you know, and getting it out to the public so they could come in here and see what I have going on at 57th Street Gallery.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what I do every 3 months, I have a different art show. So my gallery is open for new artists, local artists, or any artist, you know, and you know, they have to be able to paint. They have to look decent. You know I don't put anything
you want
on my
it to
wall.
be nice.
Yeah. And the same thing with the musicians. But all the musicians I got, I mean, I get, you know, here and there. But I've been all my musicians on the caliber up to here. You know, most of them played with everybody all over the world.
Yeah, and they travel all over the world,
Yeah.
and they come back and make the Bay Area their home.
Yeah.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah. So my future plans, I've met a lot of the youngsters out of the Berkeley Jazz School. And I was involved in the street fair, at the Timothy Street Fair, and I had my 57th Street Gallery jazz youth ensemble play there, and the crowd went wild. But my thing is this, what I always seen. When people look at these young musicians playing in a caliber on a professionalism just so high, it's a thing about that. So my thing, I have a workshop I'm gonna be starting with the kids, and I'm gonna be open to the kids from, you know, from the poor schools and the poor areas to the rich and whoever, and just people playing music, period, you know, but younger ages, a program that's gonna be starting here, you know,
That they can come in.
where they could come in all the time and
And
play.
work,
You know, we keep a piano here, you know, drums and stuff, where they could come in. But my thing to that is, you know, to get this group together, because, you know, they come and play here from time to time. Everybody love them. And to be able to send these kids out to different concerts, you know,
Yeah.
raise money for funds for the music for more kids to continue
And
to
they
do
need
this.
that. They need
They
that.
really need it, because everything in the schools, the music departments, then went away. So much trouble in the street. Kids have nothing to do. No more parks to go play. But they'll be able to come here and get involved in music and get involved with a lot of musicians that's always around here that could school them and tell them different
Yeah,
things.
mentor
You know, and
them and
spark their
everything.
interest.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh,
once
yeah.
they come, you know, they'll love this.
They'd
here.
love it here.
They would love it here. You know, and it's
Yeah.
a place for them to come to, you know, like along with the artists also. You know, we do art classes here for people, you know.
You do have
know.
art classes here?
Yeah, we
When
do
are your art classes?
Our art classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays and by appointment only, you know.
Okay,
You know,
all
since
right.
I opened, we had it off and on, you know, whenever someone wants an art class, they could always call up. And I have many different art teachers.
Okay, that can come in and do
show
that.
them. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's
so
a
I
wonderful.
also do that.
That's a wonderful
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Along with the music, you know, we're going to do a music workshop where it's going to be musicians helping different youngsters
Yeah,
out
that's
with music.
needed.
Yeah, that's needed.
It's really needed.
You know, to
Well,
read, play, and all that. Yeah.
Well, we are going to have another song and come back and talk some more to Mr. Floyd Pellom of 57th Street Gallery.
A buzzard took a monkey for a ride in the air. The monkey thought that everything was on the square. Buzzard tried to throw the monkey off his back, grabbed his neck and said, "Hey, listen, Jack, straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, daddy, don't you blow your top. Ain't no use in jiving. What is the use in diving? Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, daddy, don't you blow your top. Buzzard said, monkey, you're choking me. Release your hold and I'll set you free. The monkey looked the buzzard dead in the eye. He said, your story's so touching, but it sounds like a lie. Straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and stay right. Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, daddy, don't you blow your top. No, no, no. Thank you. So me and you're gonna do a chorus together, okay? Yay! Oh, 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 yeah. Woo, woo, yeah, yeah. I see you over here, man. Ah, Glenn Pearson. Straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and stay right. Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, daddy, don't you blow your top. Ain't no sense in jiving. What is the use in diving? Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, daddy, don't you blow your top yet. Buzzer said, monkey, you're choking me. Release your hold and I'll set you free. Monkey looked the buzzer dead in the eye. He said, your story's so touching, but it sounds like a lie. Straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and stay right. Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, daddy, don't you blow your top. Come on, y'all now. Straighten up and fly right. Ho! Straighten up and stay right. Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, daddy, don't you blow your top. Okay, me and Fritz. Straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and stay right. Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, daddy, don't you blow your top. Yeah. Woo! That's Mr. Fritz Burton on the bass.
We're here at the 57th Street Gallery and its owner, Mr. Floyd Pellom. And you know, I'm so happy that we were able to come in here and talk to you, Mr. Pellom, about your venue and about your artists and about your children's program and just all of the things that you have going here. The music festival at Temescal once a year, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And want to know, do you have any regrets for having this place here?
No, I don't, not one.
Oh, good.
I do not have one. I mean, it's been a beautiful experience.
Uh-huh.
I've been meeting so many wonderful people, and I'm so proud what I put together and worked so hard at doing, where it worked out. Now the people are in here, hearing this good music, seeing this artwork. You know, all the artwork is always for sale. I have a layaway. The artists work with people, you know. So when people want art, they're able to get it here. You know, they have different prices, but they always work with them. I don't have any regrets whatsoever. You know, I'm just glad that it finally came around. These people get in these doors and hear this great jazz, and they just keep coming back.
I hear you. Well, what do you have? What are your plans for the future? What do you have coming?
Well, for the coming up,
Yeah.
I have a whole lot of things coming up. But one of the things that I started not too long ago was a Monday night jam session with Calvin Key. I already mentioned it. But what I started about 3 weeks ago, it'll be the 4th week, every Thursday, we have a jam session with, you know, vocalists, R&B, steel jazz, blues, but it'd be so crowded here, money is not enough time sometimes to get everybody. So this is another opportunity, you know, and it's led with Terrence Elliott and Mike Spencer on drums, and his wife that's a vocalist, but it gives a whole nother flavor to the place too, and it's people are starting to come, you know, and I'm loving that part of it.
Oh yeah.
And then the great show, and what I really appreciate, like a lot of these artists, they get paid big money to go play at all Yoshi's and different places, but they come in here and they work with me, and I appreciate that at my budget, you know, and I appreciate that so much. So, you know, the public gets top flight, you know, to come in here and play like, you know, they would be at another Yoshi's or whatever, you know, the same caliber. But you know, it's so much for me still to do here, to learn.
Your work is still undone.
It's
always,
never
never
always something to do.
Always something to do.
It's always something. I have a great show. It's coming on the 22, February 22nd.
Yeah.
And it's featuring Larry Vukovich, Scott Hamilton on saxophone, Jamie Davis vocal, Jeff Chambers bass, and Leon George, my house drummer that played with Ramsey Lewis for many years. So that's going to be a great show.
So wait a minute, Larry Vukovich, one of the top piano players in the world. Who else?
And then I have Scott Hamilton, saxophone.
Wonderful saxophone player.
Heard about him. Then Jamie Davis.
Jamie Davis can sing me a song any day. That man's got a beautiful voice.
Okay. And Jeff Chambers.
Jeff Chambers is wonderful. Yeah, he can play. Yeah.
And Leon Joyce, he proves every
And
week.
Leon is wonderful.
He's playing with everybody and snatch him up. That
He's
guy
wonderful.
is
He's
so
wonderful.
good.
He really
so
is. He's a
good.
vocalist drummer too.
Yes.
I haven't had the pleasure of working with him, but I'm going to in the future. I know I will.
Yes.
But you have some wonderful musicians, and these are top musicians that travel all over the world. All those that you mentioned have.
You included.
Thank you. Thank you. And it's just, it's wonderful to have this venue. It's so wonderful. I want everybody out there to remember 57th Street Gallery, 5701 Telegraph Avenue in Oakland, California. And I think this is a Temescal district, isn't it?
This is Temescal District.
Temescal district, very safe, wonderful, wonderful venue here. And you guys got to get out here. We're going to be doing the show from here for a while, which I'm really happy about.
Yeah, me too.
And I want you all to watch next week for another Jazz with Frankie.
Beautiful love, you're all a mystery. Beautiful love, what have you done to me? I was contented till you came along, thrilling my soul with your song. Beautiful love, I've roamed your paradise, searching for love, my dream to realize, reaching forever, depending on you. Beautiful love, will my dream come true? You're hurting us, Glenn. Mr. Glenn Pearson on the piano, ladies and gentlemen.